Poomsae channel friend. Hello again. Today is a very special day because today we have a special guest. Is Master Abilio Costa from
Portugal. Hi everybody.
Yeah, I thought that I was saying your name in the wrong way. Sorry.
No, it's Costa.
Okay. So with Master Abilio Costa. Hello, Master. How are you?
Fine. Thank a lot for your invitation for talk a little bit about Taekwondo and Poomsae.
Okay, that's so nice for us. Well, I know you a little bit. Obviously, I didn't have the chance before to speak with you about all your Poomsae and Taekwondo career. So could you please give us a brief explanation about your Taekwondo journey for those who doesn't know you about it?
Well, I have about 35 years of martial arts and sports combat. I started training Taekwondo in 1985, but then I have a mix of things that I did it at that time. And since 88, I always do Taekwondo. So my journey in 88 started for Taekwondo in Portugal. Before I have some times that I did it, like 6 months, 4 months, but not all the time I did it Taekwondo, because I did it full contact and box and some judo and karate Shotokan. So and since 88 I just did it Taekwondo all the time, and I have some experience also in Aikido, but my main object of study, because I'm a person that study only Taekwondo.
Okay, but anyway, all those martial arts obviously give you more deep knowledge about Taekwondo movement, probably.
Yeah, because with the knowledge of the other martial arts and sports combat, I could achieve that how Taekwondo is different of that sports combat and martial arts. So I learned a lot of the movement of Taekwondo and how to increase and do it better, the movement, to really do it Taekwondo movement as our grandmaster teaches.
Oh, talking about your master in Taekwondo, who are your Taekwondo mentor and how have they helped you in your Taekwondo journey?
Well, I have to start with the Portuguese masters, the persons they teach me. The first person that I know in Taekwondo, it was Master Paulo Cancelo Ribeiro. That was the first person that I see doing some movements, and he teach me something. But my really master in Portugal, it was now he's the 7th dan of Taekwondo, is Grandmaster Rui Ribeiro. That was the person that really teach me a long time, and he provoked on me the idea that really love Taekwondo. This was the first person that really made me interested by a martial art, and he is a very good friend of me, luckily I still talk with him. I don't training direct with him. I don't train with him since '96. At that time I have the chance and the lucky to know one small man, but with a great attitude. His name is very famous for all of us. Is Grandmaster Dankitu from Denmark, and since '96 I training under his commands and under his teaching. So at this time, my idol, my advisor person, who I learn all the time is Grandmaster Taekwondo.
Wow, I think that you have a good shadow of knowledge from him, definitely.
Yeah, in Poomsae and all the rest of Taekwondo, because Grandmaster Kito is knowing by Poomsae man, but in martial arts he knows a lot of things, and Taekwondo is a really knowledge man. I had lucky also in Portugal when I start. We have a few athletes. They start doing kirugi at that time, going out of Portugal, off the borders, going out for another competitions, and then for the Europeans. And so I learned kirugi with my colleagues. They went outside. We have the first medal that we have in the Europeans is a great friend of me. We learn, and I training under his command during a few times. Is Master Abilio Costa. He is now teaching in Angola, in Africa, but he's very. It was very important for us in Portugal at that time because he has a different mentality, and I had the lucky to know a few people that always love and like to change and challenge Taekwondo in Portugal and around the world.
Wow, that's amazing. And in your big Taekwondo journey, can you describe us a memorable moment in your Taekwondo pathway?
Well, luckily, I'm considered a lucky person on that because Taekwondo make me happy all the time. I have a lot of moments, very happy moments. As a martial arts study, when I did my red belt exam, it was really challenge. We have a very good situation at that time. We training a lot. Our masters at that time, it was he was in the army, so he training a lot with us, very hard, and he all the time push us to do better all the time. So that red belt exam is in my mind all the time. It marked me to be. It challenged me all the time. All the time when I'm a little bit low, it's usual. I remember that if you did that, you can do everything. So you can go up. Then, of course, when we are a black belt for the first time, this is a good moment for all of us. When I did my second dan, also was a marvelous time because we had a lot of people in the sports hall doing the exam, and I was considered the best exam of that. So that is, and of course when I achieved my fourth dan, and people start calling me master, it was a different moment, but it was in my career as a student of the martial arts. But luckily I also have as a coach, because I was a player, very normal. I always went to the podium, what I did it in Kirugi and Poomsae, but I never been national champions because in Portugal we don't have at that time. And so one of the moments that I really remember, it was the first national championship that we made it in the federation, that I worked in the organization to do that. So it was a moment that I feel that finally we are building something for the athletes and working for the athletes. And then I start my career as a coach, as an assistant coach of my master. Then I have my club in '94, and '97. In '94 I have a club, but with my friends. Then in 97, I have a club by my own that we have to build the Poomsae team, the Kirugi team, demonstration teams. So at that time it was also a good time because I was alone, working for my students and trying to build something. And also I have a very good moment. It was the first time that Portugal went out for a European Championship. It was in 2005 in Turku European Championships in Finland. And I was the coach, the national coach. So the first time that Portugal went out, I built a team. My master was inside of the team. I have to choose him. He has to fulfill my what I write. They have to fulfill. And I had the luck to have people for the first time in a European Championship. And we achieved 3 finals. We don't have any medals, but for the first time that we went out, and you know, because you are a competitor of Poomsae, so you know exactly how difficult it is
to go there.
So we achieved 3 finals, and then since 2005, we work a lot, and it was an amazing time when we went to Korea for the first World Championship of Poomsae. It was amazing to getting inside of the sports hall, listen the name of Portugal, and all of us, we were inside and representing our country. So that it was a really great moment. But after that, we have a lot of them. Being invited for being a referee for the first time in the World Championship, the first Portuguese to do that. And the only until now, unfortunately, I'm the only referee that went to the World Championship, and I'm refereeing all the time around the world. But I have a lot of, luckily, I have a lot of good moments in Taekwondo.
Wow. And what piqued your interest to be involved in the Poomsae as a referee?
Well, it's not only being a referee. Is Poomsae is like we all of us, we are in martial arts because we like we don't need to be shy on saying this. Mm-hmm. Is we like to fight.
Yeah.
We are there because we like to fight and we want to do it in the better way. But Poomsae is a discipline that improves yourself. When you are fighting, you win that fight. You are better, you're doing better things, you improve yourself, but you win directly from someone. When you are doing the Poomsae, you are winning by yourself. Every time you have you have better marks, every time that you achieve higher positions in the competition, every time that you are doing a demo and the people say, wow, that is nice to see. So you are showing what you are learning. So Poomsae is you. Fighting is how you can really understand how to defeat your opponent directly. And so for me, Poomsae, it was always a part of me that interest, because I have to control my fears. I have to go inside in the mats, seeing the judge looking at me, control all my system, human system. And then when I had the lucky to training the people to do that and seeing them to develop themselves and being better humans and being better persons and athletes, kicking higher, doing stronger the things, the punchings, the defense, moving faster during the Poomsae. That is very interesting. I feel always connected to do that. And refereeing, it was like a continuous on that. So it was, I seeing, I like it, so I trying to improve. When I'm judging, I don't like to see the mistakes. I like to see how to allow the athletes to improve. That is my opinion. But I am a judge and I am also a coach. That's why maybe I have this
both point of view.
Yeah, because when you discover a mistake, it's not because you want to say this the point of this person is lower than the other. You just, for me, is when I say you have 8 mistakes, is to tell the people you need to improve yourself, because I discovered this what you are doing. I discovered this mistake, so you need to improve yourself.
Wow. And do you have a favorite Poomsae?
Yeah, I think everybody has. My favorite Poomsae is Shipchin. It's come along with the idea of being a master, and the idea of being perfect, and combine all the 10 systems and all the 10 living beings. So this is very important, is to achieve something, to be to live forever. This idea of longevity is very important. So I think this is what I think about Taekwondo. So Taekwondo is not only for training and making your best during 5-6 years, and then you go home and then you relax. No, it's doing forever, all the time. It doesn't matter your position, but you are doing Taekwondo. And I had the lucky of teaching Shipchin to my students, and they also believe in that philosophy. So that is very important, because they are not just doing for being the winners at that time of that competition, or just for doing some more exams. Is they believe in Taekwondo, and you know a few of them, so you know they like Taekwondo. So I'm happy on that.
And you have very good results, even if you have your first gold medal for the Portuguese.
Yeah, we have in Taiwan we have the first gold medal of Portugal in the World Championship with the athlete Eduarda Ferraz. Also she wins in the 2019, she wins the European. But we need to never forget that we have another medals during all the time. People they challenge all the time what people think it was impossible in Portugal. We organized in 2009 a European Championship in Portugal. In Portugal, it was not, everybody was, why we are doing this? Why? So this is a medal. It doesn't matter the medals that you have inside, but at that time we changed the mentality in Portugal, and a lot of people start doing Poomsae. So for us, me as a national coach and director of all department of Poomsae in Portugal at that time, with the help with all organization to do that, it was a really nice effort. So it was our first medal. Then we have in 2010 in the World Championship of Universities, we have our medals also. We have some athletes, they win the medals in that. And then in 2013, at that time I was not the national coach, but it was the players of my club It was the team of my club. They win the first medal of the Portugal in the European Championship, the bronze medal. And from there until now, in all the Europeans that we go, we have people winning medals. So Portugal improved, and for me that is a good path. That's showing that what I launched in 2005, starting being now
get some fruit.
So I'm getting the fruit now of that. And now we have like Eduarda. Eduarda, it was not my student. I was national coach at that time, but one of my students, Sergio Ramos, he was the coach of the Eduarda. So my students, they follow and they improve by themselves, and their students, they getting the medals. So that is very important. So it's not the tree that I plant, but the other fruits that go down and come up, and that is very interesting to see and make me a lot of happy with that.
Obviously, because you can start to see that the pathway that you start to build up is now getting a lot of fruit and get more weight to go in Portugal. And there's many people who realize that Portugal can also be a very strong team in Poomsae, something that maybe 10 years ago nobody was thinking about it.
Yeah, we starting in Poomsae in Portugal. We starting very delayed, because if we think that in '95 we had the first European Championship, and Portugal only participated in 2005, 10 years later, and it was when the people starting, okay, maybe we can go out, maybe you can go for the Europeans. What I think is people at this time, Poomsae is a reality in the world, not only for Portugal. People now saying that doing Poomsae is possible for doing competition of Poomsae, not only for exams and to learn a little bit more of Taekwondo, but doing competition of Poomsae is a reality at this moment. So I think that Portugal is in the path, and also I think the persons in Portugal start being, how I say this, we have the chances. A lot of persons start talking with the Portuguese master, with the Portuguese coaches for give some seminars, because at this time we are a reality also. And I think, I'm sorry for saying this way, but I have a little guilt on that because now start calling Portuguese masters to teach, and I was the first one to do that. I teach around the world. I was teaching in Morocco, Denmark, Sweden, England, Spain, a lot of times. So I think now people start seeing that Portugal also is strong on Poomsae, as he is very strong in Kirugi. As you know, we have people in the Olympics, and we have people in the top 10 in the world ranking in Kirugi. So Poomsae, I think, will be a very good reality for us in Portugal, and I think for the rest of the world.
Wow. So, and about how much has Poomsae and Taekwondo contributed to your lifestyle, and how do you want to give it back to the next generation? I think it's quite linking with the thing that you were talking before. So you open a few doors for the next generation.
Yeah, you see, when I was only a player and a student, we don't have organization in Portugal. for helping us to getting outside to improve ourselves as a competitors. We only have the chance to training as a martial artist and to learn self-defense and yoga and things like that. But since '92, we have an organization in Portugal that now I am the president, the Portuguese Federation. When we have this organization, we start believe it's possible to getting out, to learn more and to competing more. So what I think is we have to prepare the future. We are working here. It's not my time. It's not my goal to be gold medal in one championship. I just left that dream. It was in the past, but this time is not my dream. My goal is to open doors for those who wants to be gold medals. They have the chance. They have everything that we can do it for them to go out. So all my path, it was all the time in Taekwondo. It was for building this, sports hall, allow that the dojans have quality, share with the people some ideas that I bring from outside. It was my goal to trying to improve Taekwondo in Portugal. For all of that reasons, Taekwondo was, because I do it 35 years, as I told, more than 35 years, this question of martial arts and sport. So all my life it was connected with this. So all my jobs, and there was a part of my life that I was a professional of Taekwondo. I just do it Taekwondo classes and seminars, and during 5 years I did only that. But all my life it was built around Taekwondo, with everything good and everything bad on that.
Master, and do you have any friendly advice for someone who wants to compete in Poomsae for the very first time?
Poomsae is not easy. You need to be focused in what you are doing. You need to work very hard. People think, oh, I'm going there, just doing a few things, but it's not doing that. It's when you do an arimaki, you have to think in 1,000 things to do that. You have to work hard. You have to be very sharp in what you are doing. You have to think that you will not do it in the first time. You have to work like 1,000 times to do that well, and then you have the next movement for doing well. So what I think is Poomsae is the future, is the art of Taekwondo. I agree with President Show when he says that Poomsae is the art. So just think to do the art, you need to work and express yourself. Be you, feel you, and work thinking in what you want to do it. And then you will be happy. And that is the best thing you have to think about it. Because if you are not happy in what you are doing, it doesn't matter whatever you are doing, it's not good. So you have to be happy. And in Poomsae, I think that is a very good characteristic. You need to be happy with what you are doing. Because you have a lot of pressures. The coaching is say you have to working this more faster. Your psychologist says you have to be more focused. Your physical preparation says you have to keep your legs straight more time. So you need to think in all of these aspects and then smile.
Yeah. And I think it's a very, very good advice. Definitely, if we are not enjoy what are we doing, we can express ourselves. Yeah, it's impossible to show to the judges the most important part, which is presentation, where you got all your, or try to express your power, your rhythm. Everything is, as you say, everything is connected. So very, very important advice, and I really appreciate that advice. Okay, Master. So it's time to say goodbye. I want to say thank you for share this moment with us. And
I have to thank you for this opportunity to talk about Taekwondo, my favorite subject.
Favorite topic. Well, I really appreciate the time that you share with us, and we wish you, from the Poomsae channel team, we wish you all the best. I think that you are preparing a new competition in Portugal.
We had during this weekend, we had a Poomsae online championship. It was a test event. It was the first time that we test to do it the Poomsae online, not by video. We had the video also for supporting, but we test this people were filming in live moment, and it was really interesting. We did it yesterday for black belts, today for color belts. It was a small event, but we do approach 100 persons. But I think now we have the system tested, and we can go live for a big event like a Portugal Open online, something like that, that people can compete. Unfortunately, this situation of COVID make us to think and rethink Taekwondo. So I think this Poomsae system is interesting, making the people alive and competing. But nothing is better than the smell of the sports zone.
Yes, we know that. But anyway, I think it's quite important that our indomitable spirit is showing in this hard time during the online competition. So I think it's all of us, we share the same sensation that we can just stop because we have a hard time with this COVID-19. But here we are, the Taekwondo lovers who can always go a few steps ahead in everything.
We have, yesterday I was discussing with one person from Spain, and they had an experience in doing, how it's called, it's like a Kirugi competition online, but they have like to do 1, 2, 3 schemas, like in cutting kicks and high kicks and back kicks mixed. So the judge just scoring the quality of what they are showing. So that is also a very good idea. It's not only do Poomsae. For at this moment, we are caring about the safety of the athletes. That's why, as you know, I'm also a member of World Taekwondo Europe Poomsae Committe, and in our meetings we discuss a little bit of doing, I would say, freestyle, but we are a little bit worried how the athletes will do it, because the majority, they don't have access to their dojans, they don't have the places to do it right. So making some backflips and some mortals and in the street is not easy, and make it is more dangerous. So that's why freestyle don't come up. But maybe the Kyopa competitions, this will be also come during the summer for sure.
Okay, so please, our doors are open, or if you want to share anything related with Poomsae or other thing related with Taekwondo, but our focus is more Poomsae. So please feel free to share any news with us. Okay?
Okay. Thank you for your kind. And once more, thank you for your invitation for talking about our favorite subject.
Okay, Master. Thank you. Thank you so much. I hope
thank you
personally soon. Okay? Bye.
See you soon. Bye-bye.
Well, that's all for all Poomsae addicts. Please subscribe on our YouTube channel. Follow up any news that we launch on Facebook, on Instagram. We are all here and we are always open to share any news if you want to share with us any activity related with Poomsae. Okay, see you soon.